Hello! Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. My name is Josh, and Simon and JL, they're still in Vegas. They're having a great time. They're living their best life at the FSGA. They're having a good time. But guys, if you're watching, what's up? I'm trying my best not to completely ruin the show while you're gone. And one of the reasons it's not complete mayhem here is because I am joined by my good friend and awesome person all around, J-Wall, this week. How you feeling today, J-Wall?
I'm feeling good. I'm coming off my first victory on stream, but I know that it's going to be an ugly one today. So as good as I can.
It was such a close game yesterday. So much
So
fun.
fun.
I hope it's as close today. I know. I was nervous for you. Unfortunately, I was rooting against you, J-Wall. I hope that doesn't insult you
David's
at all.
the man.
But we have some, forget about us. Forget about J-Wall. We have some fantastic people on the show today. First of all, we are joined by the man, and that's a title I gave him myself, Andrew Metcalfe. Find him on Twitter at DrewMet_FF. You can see it right under his beautiful face right there. He is a dynasty writer for Real Deal Fantasy. He is a contributor for Club Fantasy FFL. This guy can talk dynasty all day, just like me. Andrew, how you doing today?
Feeling like a champ, man. Feeling like a champion. Not sure if you guys caught any football this weekend, but it was a good weekend for me. Yeah, it was. Might have found some good games on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Congratulations to your Rams. Congratulations to the whole team over there. A lot of those guys really deserve it.
For sure, man. It was stressful. Can't say I enjoyed the game itself, but after it was over, it was a nice party.
I enjoyed the hell out of the game. I'm not really a Bengals or a Rams fan, but it put a little bit of money on the Rams to win the game, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that.
Smart man.
Also, guys, last but certainly not least, we are joined by Solly. You can find him on Twitter at RotoHeat. Solly, he is the director of content creation for RotoHeat. He's also the host of Solly's 2 Cent podcast, a proud Canadian. We all love this guy. Solly, how's life?
Life's great. Anytime I get to jump on with you, fine gentlemen, is a privilege. So I'm happy to be here.
You gonna sing for us?
I might. I might.
Bum, 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 bum. You're not gonna do it. He's not gonna do this. Okay.
Not having it.
What's a freestyle?
All right. But today we are playing Fantasy Fortune, one of my favorite games. Today I am your Pat Sajak because I'm the host of the show, and these three beautiful men are going to be our contestants today. And speaking of beautiful men, we got a lot of beautiful men in the chat. Why am I talking about beautiful men? I got to calm down.
Too early.
Brady in the chat. Brady in the chat say, I bet Scott shows up today because he likes beating kids in Wheelforce. Oh my. Okay, well, Scott is also at the FSGA conference with JL and Simon and a bunch of other people. They're having a great time. So I don't know if we're going to see Scott today. I hope we do. Dreams and nightmares. J-Wall, I know you posted that. It's usually you're very dreams-oriented, but today you went a little bit darker with the nightmares. Any reason for that?
Listen, I'm an Eagles fan. Shout out to Meek Mill. It's a banger, you know? So,
Okay. You're just
first thing that popped in my mind, basically, yeah.
Right. Well, you know what popped in my mind when I read that? What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. How does that make you feel?
Wow, this show's changed a bit since I was last on it. This is pretty deep.
Yeah. Scott saying, hello all. Scott saying, I won $1,100 on the Super Bowl Sunday. Let's go. In DFS and props.
That's a Rams fan
awesome.
Now.
Let's go. Hey, Scott, if you have any more details on like what specifically won you more money, I would love to hear that, honestly.
You probably took all the unders on Akers. Just take all the unders.
It seemed pretty easy right now.
Any running back in that game, the unders.
Andrew, you're a Rams fan, and you know I'm interested here. How do you feel about Cam Akers, like from a dynasty perspective, or just next year as the Rams running back? Are you sold? Do you think he's their guy 100%, or do you think there's going to be more of like a shared workload thing with Darrell Henderson and who else knows who's there? I think Sonny Michel's a free agent, but we'll see.
Yeah, he is a free agent. So I don't know. I will say I went into the playoffs saying that, all right, he's only 3 or 4 weeks coming off the Achilles. I'm not going to put too much in stock over these next few games. But I will say I would have liked to see at least some type of flashes or something. So, he probably isn't going to be quite like that, stud breakout candidate that I was hoping he would be going into next year. But I still think he can kind of be that high end, RB2 type. Like he's going to be the leader regardless. Like McVay is just seems kind of set on him. Like we know who Henderson is at this point. He's just kind of, a nice complimentary piece. So yeah, so maybe not the stud that I was hoping for, but hopefully at least something decent for fantasy.
And what do you think about that, Solly? Do you agree? Are you kind of a little nervous for Cam Akers, like where you were prior to what we saw throughout this playoff run?
Yeah, I think Andrew's bang on. I think this time last year, all the scream and chatter was, Cam Akers top 5 dynasty running back. I think we have to kind of temper expectations a little bit. We need to remember that's a pretty catastrophic injury that he's coming back from, and for him to come back when he did and how quick he came back, it's pretty darn impressive. So didn't really love what I saw from him, but I also don't know if he should have been really back at this point. So yeah. I think he is probably in that RB2 range. If Sean McVay is their head coach going forward, the thing that I love about Cam Akers is his ability to catch the football. And in camp, when he got hurt, he was lining up a ton in the slot. So I think there's that aspect of it, especially if Henderson sticks around in that backfield. So I wouldn't be looking to jump off of the Cam Akers bandwagon anytime soon. I just don't think he's going to be an upper echelon RB1, at least not right away.
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree with you. I mean, I don't want to put too much stock into this because we didn't even expect him back these playoffs, but I got to lower him down my rank. He's just a little bit. And I'm not burying him or anything. Jay Wall, you on the same page with us, or you're still pretty high on him? I know you drafted him pretty high in the mock draft, right?
Yeah, I am still pretty high on him, but kind of like what I've been saying a little bit earlier in the week, like just going back and forth because he did just come back from a major injury, one of the worst ones for running back in 6 months. Of course, in my opinion, he's not going to be a superstar coming back. So I'm still excited to see what he's going to become heading into next year.
Yeah, Rob said the pass catching is going to be the key.
Upside. 100%. So he was getting none of that.
Yeah, like Henderson was the third down back. That was a concern.
That's the thing. That's the biggest thing, Andrew. You mentioned it. Henderson was the third down back. And if Henderson's the third down back going into next season, people are overdrafting Cam Akers. I think it's as simple as that. You can disagree with
Ryan played a lot of third downs too. So maybe the coaches got together and just saying, all right, let's play our backups on the third down. It's like a gentleman's agreement because P. Ryan was like the guy for them apparently on third and fourth down too.
So the difference with the weird Bengals is Mixon has actually been playing pretty freaking good.
Oh yeah, right? For sure. Yeah, it's no comparison. Yeah, right. Based on this season, yeah, Mixon killed it.
All right, so we have some people in the chat. And guess who's in the chat there? We have, what's up, Albert? Howdy, JL. Handsome. Yes, what's up? So here's Fagey saying, I come back and all the faces change on the show. What's going on? John Luca Greasy's like, yeah, what happened here? I don't know, man.
Crazy.
Keep on your toes.
So to be honest with you, Fagey, Jay and Simon, they're in Vegas. They're at the Fantasy Sports and Gaming Association's conference that's happening this week. So they will be back, I believe, on Friday. But so don't worry, they'll be back soon. That Vegas line is a lie, says Jay. Jay and Simon are on a secret mission that we're not legally allowed to talk about. Who put that on the screen? Jay Wall. We're not allowed to talk about it.
It was Sully. I'm throwing Sully under the bus.
We have JB. It's been too long since I've caught an FYF stream. Yeah, you might notice some different faces here, but you will recognize the game we are playing today. Actually, we are playing Fantasy Fortune today, and let me share with you guys the screen we're going to be using. The PowerPoint. Let's get to it. Here we go. Fantasy Fortune. And look, I'm sure you guys out there, you've heard of Wheel of Fortune, right? You might have even seen the show. Well, Fantasy Fortune's a lot like Wheel of Fortune, except we got rid of the wheel. I know that's a big part of Wheel of Fortune. Well, fantasy football related. This is why it's Fantasy Fortune. Instead of spinning a wheel, we will be asking the contestants. I will be asking the contestants football-related questions. It could be something like, who had more fantasy points last year, Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley? If you get the question correctly, you get to answer. You get to guess a letter for the puzzle that we're trying to solve here. If you you'll be rewarded $500 for each consonant. If you want to buy a vowel that costs $100 each, just let me know. If you guess anything wrong, we move on to the next contestant. And if it's your turn, you can think you can solve the puzzle. You can guess at any time. Also, we have our 3 in a row rule. If you get 3 questions in a row correctly, and you get 3 letters in a row correctly, you get to bank that money from the round into your game bank, and you get to guess for the puzzle, but we will move on to the next contestant if you don't know the answer. Whoever collects the most money over the course of our game today will be our Josh Week Fantasy Fortune champion, the most important Fantasy Fortune champion we've ever seen in history. All right, I digress, guys. I'm excited to play. Are you guys ready to get in there?
Let's do it.
Go.
Ready.
All right. So
New
today,
development. The winner
What-
gets a medium
oh.
Pepsi.
Oh, you
no,
didn't tell me that.
absolutely.
Sponsored by the New York Giants or what?
Everything.
I will absolutely fax whoever wins a medium-sized Pepsi. You just gotta give me your fax number. All right,
Deal.
that's all we need.
Sounds legit.
So, guys, we are going to start up with a toss-up puzzle to determine who goes first here. All right. Whoever gets this puzzle correct will get $500 into their bank as well. So the toss-up puzzle, it's going to be our only toss-up puzzle that we use today, and it's a little bit different than the normal game. I'm going to ask you guys if you think there's going to be letters that slowly unravel for this puzzle. If you know what the puzzle says, I want you to say your name. The first name I hear is going to get to answer. If you don't answer it correctly, we're going to go to whoever thinks they know it next. So you ready for the first toss up here?
Nope.
All right.
Already.
Get ready. Get ready.
Good.
All right. Here is the first puzzle, and it'll be for $500, like I said, and you will get to go first in the game. It's a player. It's an NFL player. Just so you know, all the NFL players will be, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, or tight ends, fantasy football related. All right. So I'm going to start revealing these letters slowly. Whoever's name I hear first will get to answer first. All right. Don't just throw the name out there right away. Here we go. All right.
J-Wall.
J-Wall.
Rondale Moore.
It is Rondale Moore, J-Wall. Let's go. Yes.
Nice.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Boo, boo, doo, boo, 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 doo, boo. All
My
right.
heart is
So
racing.
J-Wall is excited here. Well, that was just to get the game started. That's a little quick toss up here. Now we're going to get into our actual puzzle. Are you
We
guys
got
ready?
Mr. Scampers in the chat.
Yeah.
We got a lot
Mr.
of
Scampers?
howdies
How you
today.
been, man? What's up, Mr. Scampers?
Mr. Scampers is
Love
the 101
seeing
of
all you
cats. I don't care what JL says.
guys. I love Scott's comment. Cooper's Cups? Yeah, that would fit. That would fit. And Craig, I am so sorry for this. He said ID players are fantasy football relevant players. Joshua, I completely apologize. You're absolutely correct.
IDP matters.
IDP matters. IDP absolutely matters. So we're going to get into the first puzzle, and we are going to start with J-Wall today. J-Wall, you ready for the first puzzle?
Nope. Let's do it.
He's not ready at all. But
and make sure we get out of the chat because
that is absolutely
they
correct.
are
J-Wall's
smarter
making a
than
great
us, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very hard for me without the chat's help.
100%. The people in the chat are going to get this puzzle before you guys. Not 100%. We've seen it plenty of times happen, but most likely they're going to get it before you guys. So we'll get out of the chat. Don't let them help you out. Let's get in there. We're starting with J-Wall, like I said. Then we're going to go to Andrew, then Solly. J-Wall, this is a puzzle of 3 last names. These are 3 fantasy players' last names, and they all play the same position. All right? J-Wall, are you ready for your first question, or do you want to solve?
Nah. Let's get a question.
Right, Everton there.
Man, and if you could solve, I was so blown.
I'm dead.
Right, I saw the hyphen. I was like, that's exactly where I went.
J-Wall, here's your question. Did A.J. Dillon have over or under 900 rushing yards last season?
Oh, man. I'm going to go under.
You're going to go under, and that is correct. A.J. Dillon had 803 rushing yards. Great job, J-Wall. What letter would you like here?
Give me an S.
He's going to go with an S. There are 3 S's, the start of every single person's last name here. All right. J-Wall, you do have $1,500 into your bank. You can buy a vowel here if you'd like.
Yeah, give me an A.
He's going to buy an A. There's 2 A's. Would you like to buy any more vowels?
Give me an E.
He's going to buy an E. There are 2 E's.
Buy them all for us.
Any more?
No, well, I'm blanking like crazy, so we'll just go to the next one.
All right, J-Wall. All right. J-Wall, did Amari Cooper have over or under 81 receptions last season?
Oh, we'll go under again.
He's going to go under, and that is the correct answer. He had 68 receptions, J-Wall. Great job. What letter would you like?
I'll take a T.
He's going to take a T. There are 2 T's. There are 2 T's, J-Wall. You were
Oh
starting
my
to
gosh.
unravel this
Oh,
puzzle
man.
a little bit. Do you want to buy another vowel,
okay.
J-Wall?
Okay. Yes, give me an O.
He's going to buy an O. There is 1 O. Any more vowels, J-Wall?
Man, I'm blanking so hard. I know the first name. Let's just go to another question, I guess.
All right. The man wants another question. J-Wall, my question for you is, did Tyler Conklin have over or under 50 receptions last season?
Over.
He had over. He had 61. Great job, J-Wall. You get this letter. You get to bank this money for the game and start out with a really nice
I
lead.
am taking the safe N as in Nancy.
The safe N as in Nancy, and there is an N. J-Wall, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to see if you can solve this puzzle.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry, J-Wall. I am sorry. You do get to bank that money, which is absolutely a benefit. And we are moving on to Andrew. Andrew, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I think he brought up the vowels for us, so appreciate that.
So
Got
it
you, I
will
got
let us
you.
know. It will let us know when there are no more vowels. So there's at
Okay.
least an I or a U, maybe both, still in this puzzle, just to let you know. Andrew, I do want to let you know as well, if you don't have any money in your bank so far that round, you can answer the puzzle if you know it, and the minimum you can bank is $1,000 for solving the
Okay,
puzzle.
good to know.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Are you ready for your first question, or do you want to solve?
Yep. Shoot. Nope. Let's get a question. I'll make it interesting.
All right, Andrew. Did Antonio Gibson have over or under 937 rushing yards last season?
937. I think he had a little bit over.
He had over. He had 1,037 actually, to be exact.
there's more.
Great job, Andrew. What letter would you like here?
Let's see if we have an R.
He's going to take an R. There's 1 R. There's 1 R, Andrew. So that's going to give you $500. If you want, you can buy a vowel here.
Yeah, let me buy a U.
Okay, he's going to buy the U. There are 2 U's, and there are no more vowels. No more vowels.
That was a good pull right there.
All right, I'll do a question.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I don't
All
have a
right,
choice, huh?
Andrew. Well, you can solve if you know it.
Yeah, no, I'll ask a question.
All right, Andrew. Your question is, did Devonta Smith have over or under 816 receiving yards last season?
I'm gonna go under.
He actually had over. He had 916. I am sorry, Andrew. I am sorry. Solly, how you feeling down there? I see that little mute button next to your name. I don't know if you're still muted.
Not great. Not feeling great.
Not feeling great. So I'm assuming you want
I have
question,
the answer.
then.
So a lot of pressure on you.
Do you want a question, Solly?
I'm gonna need
one of them,
please.
All right, Solly. My question for you is, did Sony Michel have over or under 735 rushing yards last season?
Under.
I'm sorry, he had over. He actually had 845. 845.
Wow, good for him.
J-Wall, we're coming to you.
Yeah, and so if I get this right, I get another 1,000, correct?
Yes, you do.
All right. I am going Sutton, Samuel, and Shepard.
Samuel,
Samuel and Shepard is absolutely correct, J-Wall. Great job there.
I am sweating.
Look, guys, you're making J-Wall stay over here. He needed this, all right?
This is one of my rare good games so far.
Why do you suck in the chat, but you're so good on the show?
It's like once a month, I'll be great at this game, and all the other times I'm like, I have no idea. So this might be my once a month.
Good stuff.
All right.
Nice.
And just a quick shout out to J-Wall saying, hit that like button. nerds. He's talking to everyone in the chat, you nerds. And I think this is a good
That's
time,
crazy.
real fast, to just say, hey, we're live streaming every weekday at 3:00 Eastern time. Go ahead, come in and watch us. Hit that like button. We're streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Also on Fridays, we're doing our FanDuel Fridays, fun FanDuel Fridays, 6:00 Eastern time. We're playing fun games like this every day on FanDuel's channels as well. Every Friday. I said every day. Just wanted to mention that. And Feiji, it looks like, was the first person to get this in the chat. And great job. Very, very, very proud. It looked like there was a couple other guys that got Sutton and Samuel, but it was really Shepard was the last person that people had trouble getting here. But J-Wall, you are out to a really nice lead here. Probably making the other guys a little nervous. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still nervous.
All right. So I'm going to just load up the next puzzle. You guys ready? We are going to be starting with Andrew on this one.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. All right. Let's do this one. This one's a fun one. This is a phrase, and it is football related. Just so you guys know. Just, something like this might be like, I need a Monday Night Miracle or something along those lines, right? Or
Okay.
we need a fourth quarter comeback. Yeah, think along those lines. So, Andrew, I'm assuming you can't solve this one, right?
Nope, I'm not going to take a crack at it right now.
And here's another thing. Make sure you guys are out of the chat. All right.
Mhm.
So, Andrew, are you ready for your first question?
Yep. What you got?
Okay, Andrew, who had more rushing yards last season? Who rushed for more yards last season? Was it Alvin Kamara or Ezekiel Elliott?
I'm going to say Zeke.
Zeke is absolutely the correct answer. The number 7 running back in terms of rushing yards. Great job, Andrew. What letter would you like?
Let's start off with T.
He's going to go with the T. There are 3 T's, Andrew. There are 3 T's. He's going to give you a nice $1,500 into your bank for the round. You can buy a Val here, or we can move on to the next question, or you can solve if you think you know it.
Actually, let me get another question.
All right, he just wants another question, and I don't blame him. Andrew, who had more receiving yards last season? Who caught more receiving yards last season? Was it Marquise Brown or was it CeeDee Lamb?
Say Hollywood.
I am sorry, it was actually CeeDee Lamb. It was actually CeeDee Lamb. Solly, we're coming to you. You ready for a question, or you think you can solve this?
No, I think I'll have a question, please, sir.
All right, who had more receptions last year? Who caught more passes last year? Was it Dawson Knox or was it Tyler Higbee?
Knox missed some time. Higbee got hot late. I'll go Tyler Higbee.
That is the logic I was looking for, Solly. That is the correct answer. Let's go. What letter would you like?
I will go with an S.
He's going with an S. There are 2 S's. Solly. So now you have $1,000 into your round bank. You can buy a Val if you would like.
I'll take another question, please.
The man doesn't want to mess around with vowels when he's got questions to answer. Solly, who had more passing yards last season? Who threw more passing yards last season? Was it Kirk Cousins or Kyler Murray?
I'll go with the same logic. Kyler missed some time.
It's the same logic.
My man
So who you go with?
actually decent. I will go with Kirk Cousins.
No, that's right. Kirk Cousins is the right answer. What letter would you like, Solly?
R, please.
R. There are 2 R's. All right. So, Solly, I do want to mention you have $2,000 into your bank. If we go to the next question and you guess a consonant right, you will have to guess the puzzle. So this is your last chance to buy vowels if you want to buy any vowels. You will be able to buy vowels if the board comes back around to you. Like J Wall gets his wrong, Andrew gets his wrong. But this is your last chance to buy vowels this round. Okay.
I will. I'll buy an E, please.
He's going to buy an E. There are 6 E's in this puzzle, Solly. 6 E's. That's going to lose you $600.
You got to pay for each one.
Let's try to help the puzzle a little bit, huh?
What a bunch of
Do you want to buy another vowel here, Solly?
I'll buy an A, please.
All right, the man's going to buy an A. There are 2 A's. Any more vowels, Solly?
Yeah, I'll buy an I, please.
He's going to buy an I. There are 2 I's. Any more vowels, Sully?
Oh!
Or do you want the next question?
Question, please.
All right. The man wants another question. Sully, who had more rushing yards last season? Who rushed for more yards last year? Was it Austin Eckler or was it Leonard Fournette? Tough one, right?
RB2, RB6, both had catches. I will go with Austin Eckler again, using the logic that one player missed more time than the other.
It was Austin Eckler. I kind of thought that one was going to get you a little bit, but great job, Sully. Get this letter. You get to bank this money.
Gosh, I should know this, but I don't. I'll take the H and hope for the best.
Okay. Keep in mind, after this H is revealed, I'm going to take a couple seconds and then give you about 5 seconds to answer it.
Yeah.
There's only one H, Sully.
Figured.
So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to answer this if you think you can.
I'm not going to get it. I have half, but I don't have the right half.
We are going to J-Wall. J-Wall, how you feeling?
I got the first word and the last two words.
Fair enough. So I'm assuming you want a question, huh?
Yes, please.
All right. J-Wall, who had more receiving yards last season? Who caught more receiving yards last year? Was it Brandon Ayuk or was it Darnell Mooney?
I'm going to go with Mooney.
Mooney's the correct answer. Very good job, J-Wall. What letter would you like?
Give me an N as in Nancy again.
There are two N's, J-Wall. There are two N's.
No help.
I know.
Would you like to buy a vowel? You can buy a vowel here.
Stop trying to trick me. Let's go to the next one.
All right. I think never mind. J-Wall, similar question. Who had more receiving yards last season? Who caught more receiving yards last year? Was it let's see. Sorry. I lost my spot here. Was it Van Jefferson or was it AJ Brown?
Ooh.
You're doing me dirty on this one.
That is dirty.
I'm gonna go AJ Brown.
AJ Brown is the correct answer, J-Wall. Good job. Good job.
That's like I have to.
What letter would you like?
Give me a P.
It's gonna go with a P. There's only one P, J-Wall.
All right. Give me another question.
All right, J-Wall. Who had more passing yards last season? Who threw more passing yards last year? Was it Jared Goff or was it Tua Tagovailoa?
Oh boy. Said Goff or Tua?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with Tua.
I'm sorry, J-Wall. It was Jared Goff.
I don't
like Jared Goff. Yeah, it was pretty significant. 3,200 and some to 2,600 and some.
Yeah.
But we are moving on to Andrew. Andrew, how you feeling? The board came back around to you.
I'm feeling the pressure now. I'm not gonna get another crack at this.
All right. So you ready for a question?
Actually, no. I'm gonna buy an O.
And actually, that is allowed because you have money. All right, he's gonna buy an O. There are two O's and there are no more vowels.
Come on.
Would you like a question here, Andrew?
I don't know.
I'm going to go to a question.
Yeah, all right, give me a
Andrew.
question. Yeah, give me a question.
All right. Who had more receiving yards last season, Andrew? Who had more receiving yards last season? Was it Mike Evans or was it Keenan Allen?
Let's say Mike Evans.
I'm sorry, it was Keenan Allen.
Oh, man.
Sully, we're to you. Sully, you need a question?
Please.
All right. Sully, who had more rushing yards last season? Was it Elijah Mitchell or was it Josh Jacobs?
So I've been going with the guy who hasn't been hurt, but this time I don't think I will. No, wait, I will. I'll go with Josh Jacobs.
I'm sorry, it was Elijah Mitchell.
It was Elijah Mitchell.
Another dirty question.
Got him.
I tricked myself.
J-Wall, we're back to you. Do you know this yet?
No. And
I'm really screwing you guys on this one.
Right, I'm like, this shouldn't be that tricky, but
I know.
No, it's a little tricky. J-Wall, you ready for your question?
Sure.
Who had more passing yards last year? Who threw more passing yards last season? Was it Baker Mayfield or Trevor Lawrence?
Oh my gosh, come on. Give me Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is the correct answer, J-Wall. What letter would you like?
Give me a C.
He's going to take a C.
There's one C.
There's one C. There's one
Are
C.
those
J-Wall.
words?
No.
I know.
I don't know if I haven't really been looking too hard in the chat. Oh, yep. Someone got in the chat. All right, let's go. J-Wall, you ready?
Sure.
For another question, obviously.
Yeah.
Who had more receiving yards last season, J-Wall? Was it Mike Williams or Jalen Waddle?
Waddle.
I'm sorry, it's incorrect.
Man,
and I would have answered
tricky.
Waddle too, so I really
That
feel
is
bad
tricky.
for that one. But it is 150 receiving yard difference.
Dang.
Like,
I got
I
played.
would have gotten that one wrong too, Jai.
No, I got
feel
played.
bad.
That's crazy.
It seems so long ago that Williams was good.
Yeah, I
Man,
know.
we
It was
forget
like
how good he
play
was.
is-
All right. Yeah, he was like the best receiver in football.
Uh-huh.
On big plays,
Andrew.
right? Big plays.
All right,
big
yep, hit me
yards.
with a question.
Here's your question. Who had more receptions last season? Who caught more passes last season? Was it Mike Gesicki or Cole Kmet?
Gesicki?
Gesicki's the correct answer. Let's go.
I was like,
Got to pick a
here we
letter,
go,
though, here.
F.
You're going to go with F? Is that right? F?
Yep, F. Yep, as in Frank.
There's one F.
Yep, show me my one F.
Yeah, I was like, I swear, if there's more than one F.
All right, you ready for the next question, Andrew?
Yep, let's go.
Who had more passing yards last season? Who threw more passing yards last season? Ben Roethlisberger or Matt Ryan?
Ryan.
Matt Ryan's the correct answer. Great job, Andrew. I feel like you
All
might
right,
be
now it's
guessing a little
tricky.
bit on this one.
Let's try L.
L. He's going to go with
L
L.
as in loser.
L.
I still
Oh,
don't have
okay.
it.
Now I can solve this.
All
That
right, say
looked
what's
like
up there.
that looked like pass interference.
Oh my gosh.
That looked like pass interference, if you ask me.
Well done.
Guys,
well
that
done.
was a tough
That
one.
was
That was a
good.
tough one
That was
because it
good.
wasn't like anything very specific. It's not like a phrase that you hear all the time, but it's if you watch football, you've
Yeah,
heard
we
someone
constantly
say
do
this
it, yeah.
before, right?
Nice.
How
that-
long
that
ago
was a
did
little bit
someone in
tough.
the chat get that, Josh?
Yeah, for real.
It was. It took them a while too. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It wasn't like they got it right away. Let's see. I know Mark got it here. Let's see at 3:28. That looked like pass interference, but Dame also said that looked like pass interference right before Mark. Let's see. And I know we had some wrong answers that would have fit. Look, that player made pass interference.
I thought it was player for the longest time, that word.
I thought it was
But
too
Brady,
after the
not
R was
player
gone,
anymore.
I knew
Right.
it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. And I couldn't figure out like. I kept thinking, like, is there a V in there? Like,
Hey,
is
I
it
was like,
dive?
why?
Like, I was screwed. Like,
Yeah, I got lucky picking the perfect letter.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
the perfect letter.
No,
I'm not
the
good
L
at this at the
was
best
what
of
you
times,
needed.
but that was embarrassing.
I was like, it's
All
clear
right.
that none of us are cheating because
Seriously,
we're
right?
gold on that one.
All right, guys, let's get into the next one just because I want to make sure we have enough to get to a few puzzles here. So you ready for the next puzzle?
Yep.
We are going to be starting with Solly on this one, and this is an NFL movie mashup.
Oh, gosh.
So,
So bad at
so
these.
essentially,
all of
an example of this would be something like Tim, Patrick, and Morty. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Like Rick and
Yeah.
Morty,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Las Vegas Raiders of the Lost Ark.
yeah.
Right.
So think along those lines, guys. All right.
All right.
So Andrew, are you ready for your first question?
Yep, I am ready.
Andrew, your question is true or false? Tom Brady threw exactly 5,316 passing yards last season.
I'll say false.
I'm sorry, that was true. He threw exactly
Is it?
5,316 passing yards last season. Sully, we're coming to you.
Hi.
What's up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling like I did when I got here. Terrible at this game. I will start with a question, please, and thank you.
Sully, true or false? Jonathan Taylor rushed for 1,711 rushing yards last season.
That's true.
It's false. It was 800. It was 100 off. It was 100 off. 1,811. J-Wall, coming to you.
Don't give me a true or false, please.
True or false? Cooper Kupp caught 1,947 receiving yards last year.
True.
That is true. Let's go.
Yes!
those were all the top leaders in quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers, obviously. Jay Wall, what letter would you like?
Give me an S.
Gonna go with an S. There's one S.
Love it.
Off and running, Jay
Goodbye,
Wall.
Val.
Nah, not yet. I basically gave
Man
away the
doesn't
last
have any vowels.
puzzle. Well, not the last one. 2 before.
I gave away the. Well, no one gave away the last one actually.
Yeah.
All right, Jay Wall, true or false? True or false? Marquise Brown had more catches than CD Lamb last year.
True.
Marquise Brown had more catches than CD Lamb. Is true. What letter would you like?
Wow.
Give me a T.
He's going to take a T. There's one T. Last chance to buy vowels, unless it comes back to you, Jay Wall.
Yeah, nah, I'm not going to give that to him.
He doesn't want to mess around with vowels. Jay Wall, true or false? Kyler Murray threw 24 passing touchdowns last year.
That is a great question.
I know, right?
24? 24? Let's go
Yeah,
with...
answer, Jay Wall.
I know, man. I am tilting. Let's go true.
That is true. He
Oh,
threw
thank
24
goodness.
passing touchdowns last year. Jay Wall, focus. Get this letter. You get to bank this money.
Give me an R.
You're going to take an R. There are two
Thank
R's.
goodness.
There are two R's. You're banking that money. No worries about that. Jay Wall, 5 seconds to guess what's on this puzzle. I'm assuming you probably can't get it.
I actually know the first 2 words.
What?
Okay. Okay. Well, we are moving on to Andrew here. We're
I
moving
don't
on
know
to Andrew.
freaking movies, though. This is stupid.
Andrew, you ready for your question?
Yep. Unless you let me borrow $100 to buy a vowel.
I can't do it. I
Are
can't
you
do
kidding me?
it. Not right now.
No.
I know.
I can't do it. All right, Andrew, true or false? In a PPR league, Deontay Johnson was in the top 10 in terms of wide receivers fantasy points in a PPR league. True or false?
So like end of season finish?
Yes.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he was 8. Yeah, so true.
He was number 8. Exactly, Andrew. Great job. What letter would you like?
Let's go with L. It worked for me
You're
last
gonna
time.
take an L. I'm sorry, it's not going to work for you this time. However, Andrew, it's not going to work for you this time.
Took the L.
Sully, coming to you. How you
Yeah.
feeling?
Same as
You want a
before.
question?
Terrible. Yes, please.
I love Sully so much.
All right, Sully, true or false? True or false? Tyler Higbee was a top 10 tight end in a PPR league in terms of fantasy points.
I think he was 10th. I'll say true. I think he was 10th.
He was actually tied for 9th according to my data, but still in the top 10. Great job, Sully. What letter would you like?
I will go with an N, please.
That was a nice poll.
N is in Nancy, right?
Yes, sir.
There are 3 N's, Sully. There are
Okay.
3 N's.
That verifies what I know.
Okay. So Gilwell seems to think he knows it. So watch out,
Yeah.
Sully. You
Can't
can
be
buy a
that
vowel
hard
here if
then.
you would like. Would you like to buy a vowel, Sully?
No. Let's go
You
another
just want to move
question,
on to the
please.
next question?
Yes, please.
All right, Sully, true or false? True or false? Mac Jones had exactly I'm sorry, that's written wrong. That's written wrong. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Here's a new
Fine.
question. True or false, Sully? Ben Roethlisberger was a top 10 quarterback last season in terms of fantasy points and a 4-point per passing touchdown league.
That's false.
That is false. What letter would you like,
It's gotta
Sully?
be false.
I was about to say, wait a second.
That was the,
No way.
that was the easiest question in the history of fantasy.
Where do
football,
you
by
think
the
he
way.
was? Where do you think he was?
I will take a guess at about
I guess
18.
16. My guess is 16.
14.
Wow.
That is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot higher than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
I
Well,
have
he
absolutely
played
no
he
idea what I'm
played
doing
every game, right? Oh no, he missed one game. So Sully, you got to pick a letter right now.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me which one I should pick? Because I don't have a clue.
I don't.
Z.
I don't.
Yeah, that's Z up here, by the way. I will take a D.
He's gonna take a D.
good.
There are 2 Ds, Sully. There are 2 Ds. And I gotta let you know this is your last opportunity to buy vowels. And it's probably your actual last opportunity because it seems like Jay Wall knows it.
Yeah, and yeah. And the vowel, I don't know if it's gonna yeah. I'll buy an A, please.
An A, right?
Yeah.
There are 4 A's, Sully. There are 4 A's.
Why am I so
1, 2,
stupid?
3, 4. You can buy another vowel, Sully.
Oh, I'm gonna solve it.
No.
Solve it.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
All right. I need to know what you're doing here, though. You buying a vowel?
Oh,
Solid?
E.
All right. There's 1 E.
Okay.
Solid? Are you buying our vowel?
I'd like to solve the puzzle, please.
No.
Solve
no.
it.
Rashad Bateman and Robin.
That's it. That's what I was looking for. Rashad, Bateman, and Robin. A little bit interesting there. Playing off Batman and Robin, obviously. Great job, Jay. Well, I knew you had it. I knew you had it.
Literally, you asked me, you gave me the 5 seconds, and then I wrote down Rashad Bateman, and I was like, it's freaking and Robin. I was so
Somebody somewhere hell
Gotta
froze
shout out
over. I
Mr.
just got
Campers.
one right. Jay Wall,
Let's go.
Jay Wall really helped
Everybody's
me out
on the
there.
board.
You're welcome.
Because when you didn't know it, you're like, oh, but I've got the first 2 words, but I don't know the movie. So I knew the first 2 were a player. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, a little bit of game theory there. A little bit of game theory.
Yeah,
Hey.
I was feeling nice today, you know.
I can't believe I got one of these right. This is the best day of my life, I think. This is fantastic.
No, I gotta address something here, guys. Mark very, very smartly, is vetting our data because, it was a little surprising to me that Ben Roethlisberger was 14. I was in the wrong category. I was looking at passing touchdowns. Regardless, it doesn't change the game at all. He still wasn't in the top 10 quarterbacks, obviously. But when you look at fantasy points, he was much lower. He was 21.
14 did seem real high.
No, it did. It did. I agree. I concur there. I concur. But hey, guys, Jay Wall's got a little bit of a nice lead here, but I want to try to get you guys in this game. So, you ready for the next puzzle here?
No, we can talk for a while.
We don't need to talk. Screw that. All
I don't care what happens. I got some money. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
The rest is gravy from here.
Let's go to this one.
Hey, is this taxable, by the way?
Oh, absolutely. Mark, do not apologize. I actually appreciate this because I do not want to be giving wrong information whatsoever. So thank you, Mark.
Having people drafting Ben as a QB,
that
is he 14?
Especially now that he retired. Yeah, definitely.
Exposing these guys is what the chat is meant to be.
100%. All right, get out of the chat. Get out of the chat.
No, haven't been in it yet.
I completely forgot the big man retired just now. So much has happened, guys. All right, let's go.
This puzzle is 4 last names. As the title kind of gives it away, it's going to be a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, and a tight end in that order. Okay.
And it's not same teams or anything.
No, this puzzle.
Any team. Okay.
Is it
it's just a quarterback, a running back, wide receiver, and a tight end? Nope. Wow. But you know what position each line is.
Right. We know the order.
First line's a quarterback. So Andrew, we are starting with. Jay Wall. They're 4 last names. Yep.
Thank you.
4 different last names. Jay Wall, we're starting with you. Would you like a question?
Yes.
All right, Jay Wall, who had more total yards per game last season? Was it the Indianapolis Colts or the Baltimore Ravens?
Oh my gosh. Let's go Ravens.
Ravens are the correct answer. Jay Wall, what letter would you like?
Let's go S again.
S. There are 3 S's, Jay Wall. There are 3 S's.
Okay, well, I don't know the first one now.
Jay Wall, would you like another question or would you like to buy a vowel?
Let's go with an A.
He's going to go with an A. There are 3 A's, Jay Wall. Same question.
Okay.
But you can also solve if you think you could do that.
Yeah, no, I cannot.
Okay.
Let's just go to the next question.
All right. Jay, well, who had more rushing yards per game last season? Who had more rushing yards per game last season? Was it the Green Bay Packers or was it the Dallas Cowboys?
That is a great question. I am going to
Right?
go with the Cowboys.
You're going to go with the Cowboys because it's the correct answer, Jay. Well, you're a smart dude. So what letter would
I
you like?
took the more rushing quarterback because they're
About
close.
I was told
I'll
there was
take-
no wheel.
Sorry about that.
I will take a free vacation, please.
That's still
I was told
correct.
I was told there was no wheel. There's a wheel this whole time.
Yeah.
No. Don't worry about the wheel. Don't look at the wheel. Don't look at the wheel. You guys
Don't
don't
look
know
behind the
what
curtain.
From us.
All right. I'm sorry. Did you go with a letter, Jay Wall?
I sure have not. Let's go with a T.
Okay, he's gonna take a T. There are 3 T's, Jay Wall.
Okay.
Jay Wall.
Okay,
Gotta
I know
remind
the
you, last
first
chance
one.
to buy vowels.
Yes. Let's go with an O.
And there are 2 O's. Any more vowels, Jay Wall?
Let's go with an I.
He's gonna take an I. There are 2 I's, Jay Wall. There are no more vowels. So we are going to move on to the next question, correct, Jay Wall?
Yes, it looks like we are.
Jay Wall, who had more points per game last season? Who had more points per game last year? Was it the San Francisco 49ers or was it the Cincinnati Bengals?
What was the question? I was
More
kinda
points per
saying
game last season, the
Per game.
49ers or Bengals?
49ers or Bengals.
And this is actual like scored points by an NFL team.
Yes. Let's go with the Bengals.
The Bengals are correct, Jay Wall. Get this
Okay.
letter correct.
Give me an F.
He's going to take an F, and I have a feeling it's up there.
Yes.
Can you solve, though, Jay Wall? Can you solve?
No, but give me the 5 seconds.
All right, Jay Wall. We are going to move
was
on
so
to
close.
Andrew here. Andrew, do you want a question here?
Yep. Give me a question. I got to figure out one of these.
All right, Andrew. Who had more rushing yards per game last season? Who had more rushing yards per game last season? Was it the Detroit Lions or was it the New England Patriots?
Let me go with New England.
Yes, that is correct. Andrew, what letter would you like?
Let me go with R.
He's going to go with an R. There's 1 R, Andrew. 1 R. No more vowels, so don't worry about that.
Oh, who is that? Yeah, give me a question.
Andrew, who had more passing yards per game last season? Who had more passing yards per game last year? Was it the Atlanta Falcons or the New Orleans Saints?
The Falcons.
The Falcons are correct. Jay.
So
Andrew,
we got it.
what letter would you like?
D is in dog.
D is in dog. There are 2 Ds. There are 2 Ds, Andrew. There are 2 Ds.
How do I still not
Andrew?
know that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I need a question.
All right, the man, what's our question? Who had more passing yards last season? Who
Oh my
threw
gosh,
more
that's such
passing
an
yards
easy one.
last season? Was it? It's such an easy one.
I'm so stupid.
Who had more passing yards last season? Was it the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Minnesota Vikings?
The Vikings.
Yep. What
I
letter
feel like
would you
Jefferson
Andrew?
probably had more than the whole team.
Yeah,
Probably
probably.
did.
M is in Mary.
M is
God,
in
go.
Mary.
I forgot
There's
this running
2
back.
M's.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I can solve it now.
All right. Saul
I'm
was
ready to solve.
sweating down there. Go ahead.
I had
Stafford,
it.
Mixon, Adams, and Pitts.
Well done.
That is
Andrew.
correct, Andrew. That is correct. Great job solving that puzzle. Guys, we don't have a
you got
lot more
9K.
time left.
God.
Crap, I had
But,
one. I had another one.
I think we have enough time to maybe do one more if you guys are
100%.
I'm down.
100%.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, let's see. I want to make sure I pick a good one.
And the first one to get it in the chat looks like it was Dame. So shout out
He's
to
been on
Dame.
fire, hey? He's got
He got it
Andrew,
5
got a
minutes
few of them
ago.
now. Yeah. I don't know why
Andrew,
makes him so hard.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
right, I had to get the first letter. What
Yo,
was that, John?
Adam,
do you want to
had
do
me.
things fantasy football players say or a place?
I'd rather things third graders can spell.
Well, that's not one of the categories, unfortunately.
Things fantasy player or a place. Things fantasy people say.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds fun.
Things fantasy football players say. Things, if you're in a fantasy league, I'm sure you've heard these words utter out of someone's mouth at some point. Who got that? Andrew got the last one correct. So we are starting off with Solly here. Solly, are you ready? I'm assuming
Yes,
you can
please.
solve, right?
No, I probably could. I'll try to make some money. Question, please.
Fair enough. Solly, who had more PPR fantasy points? Just so you guys know, this is going to be a PPR category coming up. Who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points last year? Was it Amon-Ra St. Brown or was it Hunter Renfrow?
Hunter Renfrow.
Hunter Renfrow is correct. He was actually a top 10 wide receiver in fantasy points last season. And vet me, Mark. Vet me.
That
Rob,
sounds right.
Why did I call you? I just called you Rob. Solly. I mean, your name's
okay.
Rob, so it's
People
fine.
do. People do.
I just have never done it.
I know. It's all good.
Solly, what letter would you like?
S, please. S.
An S. There's one S.
Jeez.
I best take another question, please.
All right, perfect. Solly, who had more fantasy points last season in a PPR league? Who had more fantasy points last year in a PPR league? Was it Deebo Samuel or was it Stephon Diggs?
Debo.
Debo's correct. Let's go, Solly. What letter would you like?
T.
He's on that comeback train.
There are two T's. Solly, last chance by vowels this round if you would like. If it comes back around to you, you obviously can.
I'll take another question. I like this categories of questions.
No, I understand.
On a roll.
Solly, who had more fantasy points last year in a PPR league? Who had more fantasy points last year in a PPR league? Was it Aaron Jones or was it James Conner?
It was James Conner.
And James Conner's correct. Let's go, Solly. What letter would you like?
No, I was like, what?
I was going to come through my screen there.
Like Mark, we need Mark in here.
Mark.
Yeah, exactly. R, please.
He's going to go with an R. There are 3 R's, Solly. There are 3 R's, which are beautiful because you get to bank all this money. And I'm going to give you 5 seconds to see if you can guess what this is. Might be a little tough, though. I'm sorry, Solly. I'm sorry. We're moving on to J-Wall here. J-Wall, what's up?
What's up?
J-Wall's like down there with like a face like, I kind of am close to solving this, I think.
Well, no, I like put a word in the second word, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't really fit with fantasy football. So, you
ready for your question?
Let's do it.
J-Wall, who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Was it Devin Singletary or Elijah Mitchell?
Mitchell.
I feel dirty for that one. It was Singletary, but it's only because more games. It's not close.
You knew what you were doing. No, you knew what you were doing.
It's only
it's
only because he scored more points, really. That's all.
It's 40 fantasy points separate.
Oops, did I do that?
It's 40 points separating the two. About
Singletary went crazy in the last 5 weeks of the season.
Yeah, and Singletary played in every game. Was he a healthy scratch the first? Whatever. I digress.
No, that was Zach
Andrew.
Moss.
No.
Zach Moss.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Andrew, we're coming to you. You ready for your question?
Yep. Let's go.
All right, perfect. Who had more PPR fantasy points last season, Andrew? Who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Was it T. Higgins or was it Chris Godwin?
They both missed the games, so that's out. Was it Higgins? No. I want to say Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin, final answer.
Going with Chris Godwin?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Great
Let's go.
save.
You got Chris
Great
Godwin
save.
right. Yes.
Like, yeah. He didn't miss that many games. I was thinking about, yeah. All right.
What letter would you like?
Let's try M. Mary.
M as in Mary. There's no M. I am sorry, Andrew. I am sorry. We are moving on to Solly.
Bad call.
Hey, Solly, really quick before you
Yeah.
start, that last word is Hurst, as in Hayden Hurst.
As in, I lost a bet to J-Wall Hayden Hurst?
That's an inside joke. It was good.
I was about to say, I feel like there's an inside joke
digress.
happening
Right.
here.
I'll take
I want to be
a
part of one
question,
someday.
please.
All right, Sully wants a question, and we are staying in our fantasy points because I like talking fantasy points, PPR fantasy points specifically. But Sully, who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Was it Brandon Cooks or was it Jacoby Myers?
It was Brandon Cooks.
It was Brandon Cooks. They weren't too far away, actually, though. Believe it or not.
Hey,
What
Josh,
letter would
can
you
I
like?
get some of these questions?
It helped.
Yeah,
It helped that I
one of
just
these
did
days.
my top 36 dive at each position this week.
That's
I will take an N as in Nancy.
There are 3 N's, Sully. There are 3 N's.
Ian always works.
Yeah, N's a good letter. N's a good letter. Sully, you want to buy any vowels?
I will buy an I, please.
It's going to buy an I. There are 2 I's.
Okay,
Would you
I
like to buy
got
any more vowels,
a
Sully?
few words.
I just heard you whisper the second word, so I
I
appreciate
did
that.
too. I did too. You told us both.
I'm not saying it's the right word, but I did hear a word whispered. Sully?
I will buy an O, please.
He's going to buy an O. There's 1 O, Sully. There's 1
It's
O.
not enough. Not enough.
Any more vowels? Or next question?
Yeah, I'll buy an E.
It's going to buy an E. There are 2 E's. There are 2 E's. There's still 2 more vowels, Sully. You doing it?
Question.
I
please.
need an answer here, Sully.
Question.
All right, we are
Question.
moving on to another question here. We are moving on to another question. Sully, who had more fantasy points last season? Who scored more fantasy points last year? Was it DK Metcalfe or was it Terry McLaurin?
This one's tougher, but it was DK Metcalfe.
It is DK Metcalfe. Good job. I would have had a little bit of a tougher time with that myself. Sully, what letter?
I'll take the D, please.
He's going to take the
Yeah, you
D. There are 2 of those. Sully, last chance to buy vowels, and I don't want to make any guarantees. It might be your last chance to buy vowels.
It is. It is your last chance.
You have this, J-Wall?
100%.
Cool.
Yeah,
I will buy
I got it too.
I will buy an A, please. I'm a good guy. I'm a Canadian. That's what we do.
Yeah.
There's,
No,
there are 3 E's.
What in the heck? Do I have a question left?
Yes.
you have one more, I think, and then you bank the money.
Well, I might as well buy the last flipping vowel, just cause.
All right. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Now
Sully,
we'll take a question, please.
you ready for your last question? Well, yeah, probably your last question. Sully, who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Was it Darrell Henderson or was it DeAndre Swift?
I'm not even listening because I'm trying to solve the puzzle. But can you repeat that real quick? I think I got it now.
Swift or Henderson?
Henderson or
PPR
Swift?
fantasy points. Yeah,
Ooh, this one's tougher. I still think it's Swift.
it is Swift. Good job, Sully.
Oof.
What letter would you like?
I'll take a G, please.
I'll take a G. So, Sully, you do get to bank this money regardless of what happens here, but can you solve this?
Yeah, I drafted 2 running backs early.
He solved it. There it is. It's not going to get you any additional points, and that is going to wrap
don't
up the
care.
game. Guys, this is one of our highest scoring Fantasy
Yeah.
Fortune episodes ever. Like, Andrew, I would say 9 out of 10 episodes we play this game, $5,300 is winning the episode.
100%.
So you guys just
fantastic.
went bonkers this game. So, like, good job by everyone. That's all I got to say. Great job, J-Wall. Shout out to you. 2 games in a row.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm getting more
Nice work,
comfortable
brother.
on stream. I'm sweating just
I like
a little bit
I
less.
like chat J-Wall better than stream J-Wall.
I think Mr.
I do
Scampers
too.
was the first
I do
to
too.
get it, and Yeah, that's what it looks like. Mr. Scampers 5 minutes ago. Got it. I drafted 2 running backs early. Great job, Mr. Scampers. Great job, everyone in the chat. And just to remind everyone, we're here live streaming every weekday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Come on in and watch us every weekday, Monday through Friday. And Fridays, we're doing our FanDuel Fun Fridays at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Come on in if you're not still tired of us. And if you aren't freaking following our 2 guests today, like freaking go do it. Both Andrew and Solly, you can find Andrew right there under his beautiful face, like I said, at Drew Met _FF, and then Solly at Roto Heat Solly. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Trading makes fantasy fun.
Shut up.
Oh, wow. Well, how's
doing it? He keeps doing it to me.
Pretty cool. I was here on J-Wall's last day. Thanks so much for having me. Andrew, it was great meeting you, man, and it was fun playing with you. I had a good time. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
A pleasure.
Yes. Thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to be on the show again with both you and Andrew, both Sully and Andrew sometime soon. I love you guys. I hope everyone has a great day.
You guys.
yeah. Don't worry about Jay Wall. You won't have to worry about it anymore. But we're getting out of here. Everyone have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Thanks.
Goodbye.